Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I'm LANG&GEO. So today I'm going to focus on the I think most important Italian verbs, which are ESSERE and AVERE, which are to be and to have. Okay, so this is the conjugation of the verb ESSERE and AVERE at the present tense, the present indicative tense. So let's start with the verb to be. I'm going to read it, I'm going to tell the meaning, and then we'll look at some examples to see them in action. So, io sono. Another thing, at first I'll repeat them slowly so that you can understand how to pronounce them well. And then I'm going to tell them at natural speech so that you can see how native speakers like me would pronounce that. So, io sono, which means I am. Tu sei, which means you are, you singular, because in English there's you for just one person and you for a group of people. Well, in Italian we have two different pronouns. Tu is for just one person, so you for just one person. So tu sei is you singular are. Lui è, which means he is. Lui è. Later I'm going to tell you how to say lei, she and it. But for the moment let's focus on lui. So, lui è, he is. Noi siamo, which means we are. Voi siete, which means you are, but plural. So, when I say voi siete, I'm referring to a group of people. So, voi siete, you plural are. Loro sono, which means they are. So, now let's read the verb avere. I suggest that you repeat after me. So when I pronounce the verb, the words, you should repeat. You should repeat what I said so that you can practice your pronunciation. So, io ho. Please note that the H in Italian is silent, so we don't say io ho as an English speaker would do, but we say io ho. The H is not pronounced. So, io ho, io, which means I have. Tu hai, which means you, singular, have. Lui ha, which means he has. Lui ha. And I repeat, later I'm going to tell you how to say she and it. Noi abbiamo. So you can see that there are two B's written because the consonant is long. It's not abbiamo, but it's abbiamo. I'll do a video about pronunciation, and I will teach you how to pronounce double letters, because in Italian are very important. So, noi abbiamo, we have. Voi avete, you plural, have. So, voi avete is used when you refer to a group of people. Loro hanno, they have. So, with you, tu, lui, and loro, we can see that there's an initial H, which is not pronounced. So don't pronounce the ho, hai, ha, hanno, but o, I, a, hanno. And then with noi and voi, there's no H, so it's not written H, A, B, B, I, A, M, O, but it's without H, so it starts with an A. Noi abbiamo, voi avete, no H. So, now let's see some examples. Okay, but before we see these examples, how do we say she and it? So she and we say them. She, we say lei. it, we say esso or essa, because words in Italian have gender, masculine or feminine, and so esso is for masculine words and essa for feminine words. But I will do another video about genders in Italian, so and words. So for the moment, just learn the pronouns and the conjugation. So lei and esso essa follow the same conjugation of lui. So it's for the verb to be, essere, and a for the verb to have, avere. So for example, let's translate these sentences. How do we say she is a teacher? We say lei è un insegnante. That if I want to say this at a natural speed, we say lei è un insegnante. Or, and how do we say it is a letter? We say essa, because letter is a feminine noun Italian. Essa è una lettera. But esso and essa are not used in Italian, so they are used very rarely. So you can simply say è una lettera without the subject esso essa. You can simply say the verb without any subject. So now let's see some examples with the verb essere, to be, so that you can start to speak, to have a basic conversation. So if I want to say this, io sono un ragazzo. Io sono un ragazzo. So I'm going to repeat the sentence slowly and then at a natural speech, and please repeat after me so that you can practice your pronunciation. Io sono un ragazzo. Io sono un ragazzo, which means I am a boy. Another example is can be noi siamo a scuola. Noi siamo a scuola. Noi siamo a scuola, which means we are at school. We are at school. Or another example could be voi siete coraggiosi, which means you, plural, I'm talking to a group of people, you are brave. Okay, so let's see some other examples, but this time with the verb avere. The first one is ho un cane, which means I have a dog. So here I didn't say the subject, because in Italian the subject io, tu, lui, noi, voi, loro can be dropped, so it's not necessary. So for example, if I say io sono un ragazzo, this was a previous example, we can say sono un ragazzo. This subject, this can be dropped, can be left off, because it's clear from the conjugation of the verb u, which is the person. So let's see another example. Ho, oppure or io ho un libro di italiano, which means I have an Italian book. So this could be even io ho un libro di italiano with the subject, but it doesn't sound natural. So if you want to sound more natural, the subject, you should drop the subject. You should use it only if you want to give emphasis on someone, if you want to be really clear or if you want to be, if you want to give emphasis on who you're talking about. But even if you say the subject with a verb and you don't want to give emphasis, it's correct, but it doesn't sound natural. Another example could be lei ha, or simply ha, due bei cani. Lei ha due bei cani. Ha due bei cani, which means she has two beautiful dogs. So ha is a verb. Has, the subject here can be dropped, but le means she. Cani means dogs. So before we finish this video, there's something else I want to tell you. This is a particular use of the verb avere in Italian. In English you use to be, but in Italian we use avere, which means how old are you? So quanti anni hai? Quanti anni hai? Which is this is an informal way to ask how old are you. If you want to be formal, maybe you are speaking to someone who has who is more aged than you, or who has an higher rank than yours. You say quanti anni ha? Quanti anni ha? So this is the so quanti anni hai is the informal way to ask this, and quanti anni ha is the formal way to ask it. And you respond with o or io ho. The subject is not necessary, but if you want to say it, you can. And then you say how old are you, and then the word anni, which means years. So literally it's I have years. For example, if you want to say ho 16 anni, cioè I am 16, you say ho 16 anni. Ho 16 anni. Ho 16 anni. So this was everything for today's lesson. I hope I have been clear. I hope you can understand me, because I don't speak a perfect English. And if you have any question, you can leave it in the comments below, and see you in a next Italian lesson. Bye.